Hello, and welcome to Psych Insight, where we delve into the fascinating world of psychology and use it as a lens to understand our complex selves and the world around us. Our mission is to unravel the intricacies of the human mind, to help you navigate life's challenges, and ultimately, to empower you with the knowledge to transform your life. Today, we're embarking on an intriguing journey into the realm of attitudes. We'll be exploring how our attitudes influence our perceptions, shape our actions, and define our lives. Based on the profound insights of Robert Greene's The Laws of Human Nature, we'll be dissecting various types of attitudes and how they impact our life experiences. So, brace yourself for an enlightening exploration of your inner world, because as Socrates once said, the unexamined life is not worth living. Stay tuned. Ever thought about the power of your attitude and how it can shape your life? It's an intriguing concept to ponder. Our attitude, this complex amalgamation of thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, serves as the lens through which we perceive our world. It's our personal filter, coloring our experiences, influencing our reactions, and ultimately, sculpting the contours of our lives. Now, what if we told you that the power to alter your circumstances lies in altering your attitude? It's an idea expounded by Robert Greene in his insightful book, The Laws of Human Nature. Greene posits that our attitudes, far from being fixed, are malleable and can be consciously directed. By becoming aware of our attitudes, we can begin to understand how they shift our perceptions, often leading us down paths of self-sabotage. So, let's embark on this enlightening journey together, exploring the landscape of attitudes. Because after all, understanding your attitude is the first step towards changing it. The first form of constructed attitude Greene identifies is the hostile attitude. This attitude paints the world as a dangerous and unfriendly place, cultivating a sense of anger and frustration within the person. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You anticipate hostility, and in doing so, you radiate it, affecting those around you. In essence, you become the very thing you fear. But how does one recognize this attitude in oneself? Start by observing your emotions when you meet someone for the first time. Are you quick to find faults, to anticipate conflict, to brace for a fight? If so, you may be dealing with a hostile attitude. The good news is that recognizing this attitude is the first significant stride towards changing it. But awareness alone is not enough. It must be coupled with action. When you notice these negative anticipations, challenge them. Try to feel positive about the encounter. Make an effort to see the individual beyond your preconceived notions, to understand their perspective, to empathize. It's not an easy task, and it certainly doesn't happen overnight. But every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Remember, attitudes are not set in stone. They are shaped by our thoughts and experiences, and just as they were formed, they can be reformed. So the next time you catch yourself bracing for hostility, pause, take a deep breath, and choose to see the world through a different lens. Remember, awareness of your attitude is the first step towards changing it. Next up is the anxious attitude. Picture this. You're constantly on edge, anticipating every possible scenario, often expecting the worst from everyone and everything. This is the anxious attitude. It's like you're in a self-imposed prison, limiting where you go and what you do, all in a bid to control outcomes. But here's the thing, life is unpredictable. No amount of worry or anxiety can change that. So by living in this state of constant dread, you're not preventing the bad things from happening. Instead, you're preventing yourself from enjoying the good. So, how do you overcome the anxious attitude? The key lies in redirecting your energy. Anxiety, at its core, is just energy. It's how you channel that energy that defines your experience. Instead of spending your time worrying, channel your energy into productive tasks. Dive headfirst into your work or a hobby that you love. As you immerse yourself in these tasks, you'll find that the anxiety starts to dissipate. Another way to overcome the anxious attitude is by pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. Put yourself in situations that make you uncomfortable. Over time, you'll realize that your fears were largely unfounded, and there's really nothing to be afraid of. Remember, it's okay to feel anxious sometimes. It's a part of being human. But don't let it control your life. You're stronger than your fears. Channeling your energy into productive tasks can help you overcome an anxious attitude. Now, let's dive into the avoidant and depressive attitudes. The avoidant attitude is a mental stance characterized by self-doubt and an overwhelming sense of inadequacy. Those who harbor this attitude often question their competence and intelligence. They protect their self-esteem fiercely, often to the point of self-sabotage. They avoid confronting challenges, taking risks, or engaging in tasks that they perceive as difficult. They fear failure so much that they rather not try at all. This is a self-defeating attitude that inhibits growth and fosters stagnation. If you identify with these traits, you're not alone, and there are ways to manage this attitude. Start by undertaking tasks, no matter how daunting they seem. Attempt to complete them even if you fear failure. Remember, the only real failure is not trying at all. On the other hand, the depressive attitude is fueled by a deep-seated belief of unworthiness. This attitude often stems from a lack of parental love and affection during childhood, which results in individuals feeling undeserving of love and respect. They perceive their surroundings negatively and use it as an excuse to wallow in their depression. They often withdraw and isolate themselves, creating a contagious aura of gloom that's hard to escape. If you find yourself in this state, it's essential to recognize that you need to slow down. Art can be a powerful tool in managing this attitude. Engaging in creative activities can provide a therapeutic outlet for your feelings, helping you confront and manage your depressive state. It's important to note that these attitudes aren't set in stone. They are learned behavior patterns that can be unlearned and replaced with healthier ones. The first step towards change is awareness. Once you're aware of these attitudes and how they affect your life, you can actively work towards shifting them. Remember, attitude is a choice. You have the power to choose a positive and proactive attitude over a negative and self-defeating one. It's not an overnight change, but with time and consistent effort, you can reshape your attitude and consequently, your life. Starting projects and engaging in art can help manage avoidant and depressive attitudes. Lastly, we have the resentful attitude and the expansive attitude. Imagine a person, let's call them Alex. Alex is constantly dissatisfied and disappointed, feeling that they never received enough love or attention as a child. They take every slight personally, harboring resentment and plotting passive-aggressive revenge. This is the resentful attitude. It's a heavy burden, weighing down the spirit and poisoning relationships. But what if Alex could let go of their grudges? What if they could release their resentment and instead channel their energy into understanding and growth? This shift in attitude is not only possible, but it can also be transformative. This leads us to the other side of the spectrum, the expansive attitude. An individual with an expansive attitude is open to the world, eager to explore new ideas and let go of old ones. They see difficulties not as insurmountable obstacles, but as learning experiences. They don't take things personally, and they don't allow negative feelings to upset them. Instead, they cultivate resilience, adaptability, and a positive outlook. So, how can one cultivate an expansive attitude? Start by challenging your mind. Engage with new ideas, even if they seem foreign or intimidating at first. This mental exercise can bring immense pleasure and help you grow intellectually. Next, embrace the obstacles that come your way. See them not as setbacks, but as opportunities to learn and improve. Remember, it's not about the destination, but the journey. Finally, practice detachment. Don't take things personally. Don't let others' negative feelings affect your mood or self-perception. Instead, maintain your equilibrium and keep your focus on your goals. In the end, our attitudes shape our lives. By letting go of resentment, embracing challenges, and maintaining a positive outlook, we can shift from a resentful attitude to an expansive one. Letting go of grudges and embracing learning experiences can help cultivate an expansive attitude. So, what does all this mean for you? Well, it's a call to action, a wake-up call, if you will, that prompts you to examine your own attitudes. Are you hostile, anxious, avoidant, depressive, or resentful? Or are you striding towards the expansive, the positive, the open, and the tolerant? Robert Greene, in his book The Laws of Human Nature, has laid out a roadmap, a guide to understanding the power our attitudes hold over our lives. The attitudes we've discussed are not just labels, they are lenses through which we view the world. They shape our perceptions, our interactions, and ultimately, our reality. Let's recap. The hostile attitude sees the world as a threat, fostering anger and frustration. The anxious attitude anticipates the worst, often limiting experiences and potential growth. The avoidant attitude doubts personal competence, shying away from challenges. The depressive attitude, rooted in a lack of love and respect, sees everything as a reason for sorrow. And the resentful attitude, also stemming from a lack of love, takes things personally and harbors grudges. However, there's hope. We can change. We can shift from these negative attitudes to a more expansive one. How? By exploring the world, by embracing new ideas, by challenging ourselves, by seeing obstacles not as roadblocks but as stepping stones to learning and growth, by not taking things personally and not allowing negative emotions to sway us. Remember, your attitudes are not set in stone. They are malleable, changeable, and that's the power of changing your attitude. It's not just about changing your perspective. It's about changing your reality, your life. The change won't happen overnight. It will be gradual, incremental. There will be setbacks, but every step, no matter how small, is a step towards a better, more positive you. So start today, start now. Examine your attitudes, reflect on them, and then start changing them. Remember, your attitude determines your reality. Change your attitude and you can change your life.